As far as survey questions go, I highly recommend open-ended questions as opposed to multiple choice. Because if you ask open-ended questions, you can see the actual language and words that your audience uses, and then use that in your messaging and sales copy. You can literally speak their language. If you go multiple choice, you can learn stuff and there's value to it, but you're basically forcing them to choose what based on your own assumptions. It's much better to sort of get open-ended stuff. But as opposed to thinking of a survey as a way to figure out who's ready to buy, I think the main goal of a survey for something like this would be to help clarify your messaging, make sure what you're going to sell resonates with. And people do this all the time, right? Hey, if I did this course about blah, 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 would you want to buy it? How much would you want to pay for it? And it's like, so things like what one word in a sentence, describe how you feel about so you don't need novels for them. It forces them to sort of condense their thinking. And for you, again, that's stuff you can easily turn into messaging and sales, whatever. If you notice multiple people say overwhelmed, then the first line of your copy might be feeling overwhelmed about the recruiting process. I just told you they are. It's a cheat code. Another one. What do you find the most confusing part about recruiting? Tying into the underlying emotions. If you ask people, what do you want to learn about recruiting? Which can be helpful, right? But they might go, oh, how to get in touch with coaches and how to whatever, blah, 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 blah. But what do you find the most confusing part is going to get them into an emotional state? I have no idea how to figure out this, that, or the other, which again is going to inform both your product and your messaging. The third question you could use, what's your biggest struggle when it comes to recruiting? This is the pain point part. I don't know how to do this, that. This is really getting at what is the solution that they want the most, which gets you out of the sort of general, here's a recruiting course. Here's a recruiting course that's going to help you do these specific things. You're always trying to get specific and you're using your audience to tell you what those specific things are. And then the last one you could do is something like, what are you currently doing to accomplish X? Or what are you currently doing to try to get recruited? And that will tell you something about where, as far as like ready to buy, where your audience is at. Are most people saying, I'm not doing anything because I don't know what to do? Or are they saying, I'm sending letters to all these schools and I'm not getting responses? So then you go, oh, well, part of the course is going to be how to write letters that get responses. Like you're really reverse engineering. And that stuff's going to be way more valuable than do you want to buy? Because the truth of the matter is, if you're creating and packaging and messaging a product specifically tailored to the things they've told you, then they're going to want to buy.